Hey everyone, welcome back to Harper Cigar Lounge, Season 4, Episode 7. Had some internet issues, so this show ended abruptly and had no control of it, but the internet's back up, and so I'm back. And so we'll just say this is part two, and we'll finish up on everything that I was discussing with you guys about the 10 best albums or the 10 purchases, best albums for 2025. I've already discussed all the best of the cigars for 2025. And so now we'll finish up on the albums. And then we will discuss some heavy metal birthdays and some heavy metal news. Might even do a few shout outs here before the end of the show. But anyway, I was right in the middle on the last show discussing the new Peter Criss album. And just to get back into the groove of this, um, the songs on this album that I found at Walmart over in Scottsbluff, Nebraska, of all things. I've got this album on order with an album or with a record store over in Cheyenne, Wyoming, called Early November, and I've got this downloaded on my phone as well. So I've it's a great album. It really is. But again, the songs on this is rock and roll, in the dark, for the money, murder, walking on water, creepy crawlers, justice, cheaper to keep her, sugar, rubbernecking, and hard rock knockers. And that is the new Peter Criss release that just came out right before Christmas. So really excited that this came out. It's definitely been long awaited. And and then next, I've got the new Striper album here, The Greatest Gift. And when I first bought this, I wasn't sure if it was going to be traditional Christmas music, like with acoustic guitars or stuff like that. But it's actually in Striper style, definitely. So there's some really hard hitters on here, just really great music. And it's been a long waited for them to bring out a full length Christmas album. The last thing they ever brought out for an album for Christmas was Reason for the Season back in 1984, which had Reason for the Season and Winter Wonderland. Reason for the Season on side one or side A, and then Winter Wonderland on side B. So it's just a two-song EP, and they had the cassette as well with the two songs on it. That was where I first heard Reason for the Season was on cassette, handed to me by a friend of mine that thought Striper was too heavy for him. So anyway, but yeah, so I just still a huge Striper fan to this day. They've been friends of mine. I've worked with them, and they've just been great guys over the years to know. And anyway, so I'm really proud of this one. Greatest gift of all that came out before Christmas. Um, yeah. So anyway, great album by Striper. And then my son got me this band here called Spite, which I've really been getting into these guys. They're hardcore metal with some punk, some like black metal, hardcore thrash, old school, just very hard punk kind of stuff. But definitely considered. Um, I think they're more considered um, hardcore metal. I'm gonna look them up real quick and see what they say their genre is. Um, deathcore. So Spy Band is a prominent American deathcore band from California, known for blending heavy metal and metalcore with aggressive vocals and breakdowns, releasing albums like Dedication to Flesh from 2022 and recently New World Killer in 2025, and touring extensively in 2026 through other unrelated bands also shared the name. But yeah, they are considered deathcore, metalcore, new metal, and from Bay Area, California, 2014. Key members are Darius Tarani on vocals, Alex Tarani on guitar, and Cody Fuentes on drums. Sound characterized by chaotic energy, heavy breakdowns, and a fusion of death metal and hardcore punk. So anyway, yeah, so they're a great band. They really are. I really love this band. New World Killer is the name of the new album right there. and just a lot of great songs on here. The Disaster, Gavel, Lights Out, Swallow or Shallow, Shedding Skin, Pledge, Hand of the Reaper, Servant of Chaos, Looking Glass, New World, Killer. And I got the album right here as well that my son got me. And I didn't bring it down, but it came with a book that's got like just discussing this album while it was being made and the band members and everything. So I got the album, haven't listened to the vinyl yet, but it's got a black splatter vinyl, it says. Well, let me take this out. And so here's the inside of it right there. And really great band. Boy, I tell you what, first time I heard this band, there's what the disc looks like. First time I heard this band, I was really digging it. And so here's the book. And let's see here. Here's the hype sticker from the CD right there. And I was trying to remember if there was any pictures of the band in here or not. No pictures of the band. But on the inside, it's just got, you know, all the songs and lyrics and credits and all that good stuff. But check out Spite if you guys have not listened to these guys, or if you've never heard of them, if you've never listened to them, check them out. Great, great band. Band that I'm really liking a lot. So it's just fresh. It's just really fresh metal. I mean, it's just good stuff, really good stuff. And they've been on the scene for a few years now, but just man, they're really killing it out there. Really good band. My son got to see them in Denver, Colorado, and that's where he first heard of them. They were opening up for someone else. I can't remember who it was, but that's where my son caught on to these guys, and boy, they've just been a great band. Um, so anyway, so let me give you my. I was gonna tell you guys my. I was gonna break these down from my least favorite to my favorite. So this is gonna be really tough. But I will go ahead and put. Let's see here. As much as I hate to do it, I'm gonna put King Diamond at number 10. At number 10. And gonna go with let's see here. I'm gonna go with Ghost right here, right now at number 9. I'm gonna put Ghost Skeleton. Let's see here. Actually, I'm gonna put Alice Cooper number 8. This is tough to rank these my worst to best. I'm gonna do Marilyn Manson next. This is really tough. 10, 9, 8. So this would be Marilyn Manson number 7. And I'm gonna go next with Ghost at number 6. Skeleton number 6. And let's see here. Oh, I'm gonna go with Spite at number 5. And let's see here. I'm gonna go with Kiss Asylum at number 4. Live in San Antonio, Texas on December 3rd, 1985. And let's see here. I think I got this wrong. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So actually, this is at number 4. If I didn't say that right, number 4, Kiss Asylum, live off the soundboard. So number 4, I'm going to put Peter Criss at number 3, the new Peter Criss album at number 3. And I'm going to put Striper, The Greatest Gift at number 2. The Greatest Gift of All. Really great album. Loving it, guys. You got to pick it up if you're a Striper fan. If you love all their hard riffs and Michael's high voice and just the drums from Robert. and Perry Richardson on bass, and Oz Fox on the way he plays his guitars, and the dual guitars that Oz and Michael Sweet do. You got to pick up that album. It's traditional Striper at its best, and it really reminds me of the old school Striper, like around when they first came out, the Reason for the Season album and the Yellow and Black Attack, the Yellow and Black Attack album in 1984. Really reminds me a lot of that. But at number one, I'm going to put Scorpions 60th anniversary coming home. This is such a great live album. I love live albums, and this is just a great Scorpions live album. And who knows what's going to happen with the Scorpions in the future. This may very well be their last live album. I don't know. But definitely, definitely a great album. And just wanted to also show you guys something real quick that I picked up this last year. I picked up this great Sammy Hagar DVD, Sammy and the Wabos living it up in St. Louis. Wow, what a great concert this is. He plays his whole catalog, from Montrose to his solo albums to the stuff he did with Van Halen. Michael Anthony's even on bass with him. And I tell you what, this is a killer concert. So you got Sammy Hagar on vocals and guitar, Mona on bass guitar, background vocals, Vic Johnson on guitar, background vocals, David Louser on drums, Michael Anthony on bass guitar on electric tracks, on selected tracks, and John Douglas on percussion, background vocals. But yeah, what a terrific live show this is. And this came out in, let's see here. Well, darn it. I am having a heck of a time seeing when this came out. 2006, 2006. So came out in 2006. And then King Diamond, Songs for the Dead Live, really great Blu-ray, great show from Philadelphia. This has actually both shows. There's two different shows on here, one from Philadelphia from November 25th, 2015, live at the Fillmore in Philadelphia. And then June 17th of 2016, live at Grasspot. So anyway, so yeah, two great shows on here. There's the back of it. And I don't think there's anything on the inside too much. No, nothing on the inside. If I take the disc out, a little bit of a live scene there. Look how big that screen is off to your left. That screen is huge for that concert, for the audience to see. But a little bit of a stage shot there. But anyway, what a great concert. Two great concerts on here. And then even though this next one's not a concert, I was able to find this finally at the Ernie November in Rapid City, South Dakota. This is called Trick or Treat. It's an old movie from the 80s, heavy metal movie. The band Fastway does the soundtrack to it. But it's about a kid that really idolizes this singer right here. And he summons him to come back after he got killed. And he comes back and just causes a lot of havoc. But Gene Simmons is a radio DJ in this movie from Kiss, and Ozzy Osbourne is a TV evangelist. But let me read about this real quick. Rock and Roll Will Never Die in this 80s cult favorite that stars Mark Price, Family Ties, as Addie Winbauer, a teenage outcast who idolizes Sammy Kerr, Tony Fields, played by Tony Fields. So the singer's name is Sammy Kerr, played by Tony Fields, a heavy metal superstar. After Sammy dies a violent death, his spirit returns to help Eddie get even with his high school tormentors. In doing so, Sammy begins to gain control over Eddie's life and brings him deeper into the world of the occult. When Eddie realizes that he has become the tool of Sammy's vengeance, he attempts to stop him, and the horrifying events that follow leave no one unscathed. So anyway, yeah, really, it's a cheesy movie, definitely cheesy '80s metal hard rock movie. But it was a rare find, and I'd been looking for this for a long, long time. It was just, yeah, such a rare find. So it was really, really, really cool to find that. And I paid about $20 for it, I think, at the time, when I bought that over in Rapid City, South Dakota, right around before Christmas time when we were there. So anyway, so here's all my albums that I just showed you guys. So anyway, so yeah, just a lot of great stuff here. A lot of great stuff, I tell you what. So anyway, but yeah, I mean, really good stuff. It really is. So anyway, hope you guys can get a little bit of a look of some of this stuff here. Trying to get a little bit of each of the albums here. So anyway, there's the album. So anyway, but yeah, that was fun. That was hard to decide what to put at number 10 and what to put at number one. I'll tell you what, that was hard. But I did it. I did it. So anyway, guys, let's look at some heavy metal birthdays really quick. Let's see here. See what we got going on here. Oh, let's see here. We'll pass up on some of these performers here. We got John Paul Jones, born January 3rd, 1946. He's at the age of 80 right now. Wow, at the age of 80. John Paul Jones of Led Zeppelin, bass player for Led Zeppelin. So, yeah, wow. It's hard to believe he's 80. Let's see here. Michael Stipe of REM. We'll skip over Mike. He's not really a heavy metal singer. Till Lindemann, lead singer of Rammstein and solo album Lindemann, singer-songwriter, born January 4th, 1963, at the age of 63 right now. So singer for Rammstein, shock rock, German metal band. And we got Peter Steele, he was born January 4th, 1962. Singer-songwriter for Typo Negative. He is not with us anymore. He would be 64 years old if he was still alive. Not with us anymore. So rest in peace, Peter Steele. And let's see, we'll skip over him. Malcolm Young, birthday January 6th, 1953. He would be 73 if he was still alive. Uh, rhythm guitar, songwriter for AC/DC. Definitely missed. So rest in peace, Malcolm Young of AC/DC. So yeah, definitely missed. Wow. Ivan Moody, lead singer, songwriter for Five Finger Death Punch, which he lives over in Cheyenne, Wyoming, about an hour from where I live right now. So he's an hour from us right now, over in Cheyenne, Wyoming. So decided to buy some property in Cheyenne, so that's where he's living these days. And we got Robbie Krieger of the Doors, guitars for the Doors. Born January 8th, 1946. He's at the age of 80. David Bowie, born January 8th, 1947. He was a singer-songwriter, would be 79 years old if he was still alive. Mike Reno of Loverboy, singer, guitarist, songwriter, at the age of 71. He was born January 8th, 1955. So happy birthday today with him and David Bowie if he was still alive. And Robbie Krieger of the Doors, of course. All three of them have birthdays today. At least I believe to, yep. So they have birthdays today. I know I'm skipping over some of these guys, but you want to go back and see who I'm not discussing today, just go to loudwire.com or just look up heavy metal birthdays for January 2026, and it'll take you to the Loudwire site. Pat Benatar, one of my absolute favorite hard rock vocalists, born January 10th, 1953. She's at the age of 73. Love Pat Benatar, one of my favorite singers. Jimmy Page of the of gosh of the Firm, Led Zeppelin, of course, originally with their Yardbirds, the Honey Drippers, along with um oh gosh, can't think here at the moment. Um, well, anyway, Jimmy Page, born January 9th, 1944, at the age of 82, guitarist for Led Zeppelin. Um, and my gosh, I cannot think. Um, Here, I'll hopefully think about what I was trying to say here. But anyway, Jimmy Page, yeah, of Led Zeppelin, and originally with the Yardbirds, was with the Firm, um, the Honey Drippers. So anyway, I don't know if you guys remember the Honey Drippers. It was not hard rock or anything like that at all. Um, it was really soft rock, kind of adult, contemporary kind of music. But my memories came back. I'm trying to think of it's Robert Plant that sang for the Honey Drippers. So Robert Plant was a part of the Honey Drippers, and which I didn't know back in those days in the '80s that Jimmy Page was a part of that band. But anyway, just very adult contemporary kind of music. At least what I heard it was. Wasn't anything I could get into too much. Let's see here. Rob Zombie, born January 12th, 1965. He's at the age of 61. So he was originally with White Zombie and then with Rob Zombie, then under his own name, Rob Zombie. So at the age of 61. And let's see, Rage Against the Machine, One Day as a Lion, Zach D. La Roca, singer, born January 12th, 1970, at the age of 56. And we got Dave Grohl, Foo Fighters, Nirvana, and Scream, singer, guitarist, drummer, songwriter, born January 14th, 1969, at the age of 57. Jeff Tate, born January 14th, 1959. He's at the age of 67 right now. So he was originally with the band Queensryche for singing for them, and then he's been with his own band called Operation Mindcrime. So at the age of 67. And Zach Wilde, born January 14th, 1967. Black Label Society, Ozzy Osbourne, Pantera, currently. Guitar singer, songwriter, at the age of 59 right now. And Ronnie Van Zant of Leonard Skinner, born January 15th, 1948. Singer, songwriter, would be 78 years old if he was still alive. Of course, died tragically in a plane crash. Adam Jones of Tool, bassist for Tool, at the age of 61, born January 15th, 1965. And let's see here. We're gonna skip Kid Rock. Kai Hansen of Halloween, guitarist, singer, songwriter, at the age of 63, born in 1963. And we got Jonathan Davis, singer, songwriter for the new metal band Korn, at the age of 55, again born January 18th, 1971. Jonathan Davis. Whitfield Crane, singer, songwriter for the band Ugly Kid Joe, born January 19th, 1968, at the age of 58 right now. Jeff Pilson, formerly with Dawkins, with Foreigner, bass player, born January 19th, 1959, at the age of 67. Paul Stanley of Kiss, singer, songwriter, guitarist. He's at the age of 74, born January 20th, 1952. So Paul Stanley. Derek Green of Sepultura, singer, songwriter, born 1971 at the age of 55. Sid Wilson of Slipknot, born January 20th, 1977. Turntablist at the age of 49. And Ian Hill, bass player for Judas Priest, born January 20th, 1951, at the age of 75. And that's where we're going to end it for now, I think. We'll do the last 10 days of the month on the next podcast. And let's see here. Let's go to heavy metal news, see if there's anything interesting enough to discuss today. And let's see here. Tony Iommi, first part of Gibson's TV's The Godfather of Heavy Metal video series released. Mike Sweden wants to get his portion of the Bullet Boys name back before agreeing to latest reunion. Overkill is 10 songs deep into songwriting for next studio album. That is awesome to hear that. Cannot wait for the next Overkill album, next Overkill tour. Would love to see Overkill again. Saw them 2 years ago. Would love to see them again. They were just killer. Well, anyway, that's exciting news. Ex-Megadeth guitarist Jeff Young reveals details of Long and the Works Revolutions album. Ozzy Osbourne Working Class Hero exhibition extended to September 2026 due to public demand. Ex-Metal Church singer Mark Lopez opens up about his departure from the band. It's pretty disgusting what happened. Femme Fatale's ex-Vixen singer Lorraine Lewis to launch Dangerously Honest podcast in February. Of course, she was the singer for Femme Fatale. She's done some, she was with Vixen for a little bit. She's done some solo stuff. Stephen Pearcy on Rats Rise to Fame and eventual split. 1000% I would have done it differently. I'm sure most bands would say the same. Megadeth's Dirk Berberon on Dave Mustaine. He'll tell you straight to your face if he doesn't like something. Alter Bridge releases visualizer for Skills Are Falling, single from upcoming self-titled album. And there's not a lot of else too much going on, doesn't look like. JJ French explains why Twisted Sister's 2026 reunion tour probably won't feature setlist surprises. Huh. Jack Osbourne opens up about being raised by Ozzy Osbourne. My dad had amazing work ethic. Rush unauthorized book about 2012 album due in March. Massacre ex-Death vocalist Cam Lee says that the death metal blueprint comes from Slayer. Rob Halford celebrates 40 years of sobriety. 4 decades ago, I made a decision to change the entire course of my life. And I think we'll end it there. And want to go ahead and do a few shout outs real quick. Um, yeah, let's see here. forgot about my cigar. Anyway, again, sorry guys that we had to do a part two. Sorry about the internet causing issues with me here today. But I did want to just end it at the part one and just try to finish it up on another day. The internet came back up, so definitely wanted to finish the show today. So I'm sorry I had to make this a two-part series, but anyway, but cheers to you guys. Again, I'm drinking Bones coffee. It's maple bacon flavored, so. And then I'm wearing this cap today. This is the Grinch. It's the holiday too, actually, but Grinch themed. So anyway, that's my newest Boston Scally cap. There's the cap pin right there. The holiday too. Greens, like kind of like some lighter greens, some dark greens, some crimson reds, 8-panel peaky, wool and polyester. And I just love the inside of it there with the Grinch. So anyway, that's my recent purchase from the Boston Scally Company, my most recent purchase. One of my favorite caps, and it's actually going great with my King Diamond shirt that I got when I saw him last year, or in 2024. So November 2024, saw King Diamond and his band along with Overkill Night Demon. So anyway, great show. But anyway, if you ever get a chance to see King Diamond, make sure you go see him. And then again, um, let me get back to the cigar that I'm smoking today. This is the it's originally called the Duetto by the Boutique Cigar. But this is the Troy Marcia Limited 091422 cigar, 6x60 barbershop pull Gordo. And it's got let's see here. It's got a Maduro and Candela wrapper intertwined, and has a lot of great taste notes. It's a creamy cigar, by the way. A great taste notes of cocoa and spice and some sweet tea, some kind of tea flavors, some nuttiness to it, some spice, some earth, some earthy flavors, cedar, leather, and cocoa, of course. And um, also medium bodied, I would say. But binder and filler is Nicaraguan. And again, the outer leaf is Maduro and Candela intertwined together. 6x60 Gordo. And really is a great cigar. Definitely my number one pick for 2025 and everything. So since I was able to get some of these cigars rebranded with my logo from my podcast, the Troy Marcia podcast, which is also dedicated to my wife, that podcast, which I need to get back into doing some more of those Troy Marcias, which is a podcast based around cigars, Italian cigars, rare cigars. I usually discuss cigar news and some cigar trivia. So it's been a while since I've done that. I gotta get back to doing some more of those. It's in the works, so I plan on getting one of those done soon. That may be coming pretty quick. So wanted to make sure that you guys knew that that is coming back for any of you out there that have enjoyed that show in the past. I want you to know that it is in the works to get another one out to you guys, and I've got a really special cigar planned for that. So I can't wait to do that. So anyway, guys, and there's also some leather notes in this as well, just so you know. But the cigars had great draw, great construction, and I used a V cut today on this, as you can see. But it's just been a terrific cigar. But want to give a shout out to my buddy over in Japan, Ed with Caps on Cameras. Daniel remains over in Canada. My buddy Jacob Lee over in South Dakota. Robert Sharp over in the UK, and Antonello Nicastro, one of my great friends um, from the UK. And before I end this, I do have something I wanted to discuss. I meant to do, so I'll discuss this. And gosh, my close family, my friends, my wife Marcy, my son Gage, and my son Jason, and Mateo, and my stepdaughters Tara, Casey, and Amy, and just my gosh, there's so many people. Stephen and Hugh Potter over in Florida. Lance Williams was cigar reviews by Lance here on YouTube. Check him out. Tony Taylor with Cigar Spirits Golf in USA. Keith B. Meisner Sr. With Cigar Pop here on YouTube. Iron Danielle with the Boutique Cigar. Daniel Ravanelli with the 505 Cigar Review over in Cheyenne, Wyoming, that I've had a pleasure of being on twice. Daniel Finley over in Pittsburgh, a great friend of mine. Corey Banks, Jason Smith, Samuel Hoffman with the Cigar Junkies in Pittsburgh. David Garofalo, Two Guy Cigars, and the Cigar Authority. And excuse me, Matt Kemp, William Beebe, Cody Alexander out of Cheyenne. Keith Kenneberg over in Lingle, Wyoming. Will Sequano over here in Kimball. James Tucker in Arkansas. Jason Harper. I'm not sure where Jason's at. Robert in Montana. Scott Sullivan over in Florida. Austin Blaine Alguin over in Arkansas. Matt Kemp, David Fisbeck, Jason Doctor, both in Colorado, old high school buddies of mine. Andrew Police over in Torrington, Wyoming. That's done a couple great tattoos for me. John Bartone over in East Haven, Connecticut. Jeff and Shirley casting over in Potter, Nebraska, which is about 10 minutes from here. Howard Sinclair, my buddy back in Torrington, Wyoming. Jeff Pollock over in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Indiana Smoke. Eugene Cosentino. Bass Cigar. High River Cigar Club. And let's see here. Robert Sharp. I mentioned Robert over in the UK. Mark Janik, and that's with the reviews with Moose, and Chad with First 508th Airborne. So those are some great guys that I've known for a little while that I wanted to give a shout out to. And before I end this, I meant to bring up I had a request by my buddy Ed over in Japan that I discuss, some highlights of some things that happened for this channel in 2025. So I want to discuss that really quick. So of course we had some good and bad. Of course, we'll go with the bad first. Ace Frehley, of course, from Kiss, we lost him at the age of 74 on October 16th of 2025. Ace was the lead guitarist, also a vocalist at times with the band Kiss, of course, one of the founding members. He was born April 27th of 1951. And again, we lost him October 16th of 2025 at the age of 74. Of course, we lost Ozzy Osbourne. We lost him on December 3rd of we lost him at the age of 76 on July 22nd, 2025. So we lost him first, and then we lost Ace. But Ozzy was at the age of 76 when he passed. And then got to take my son Jason to his first concert, which was Ghost, with the Skeletor tour over in Denver, Colorado at the Ball Arena on August 7th, 2025. So got to take my son Jason to see that show. That was his first concert. That was my first concert of 2025. And that was a great show, such a great show. If you get a chance to see Ghost, you gotta go see them. They were terrific. And then I got to go see Queensryche and Accept. Got to say hi to my buddy Martin Monick, that was on my channel last year. Martin Monick is the bass player for Accept. Got to have him on my channel. And actually, I had him on my channel. I'm sorry, I had him on my channel January 12th of 2025. And then I had my buddy Antonello Nicastro on my channel. Great songwriter, singer, songwriter, musician, composer, producer over in the UK. He was on my show on February 16th of 2025, and then back on my show November 16th of 2025, discussing all the great music he's brought out. And um, Ed over in Japan, you might like Antonello's music. You need to check Antonello Nicastro out on YouTube. Make sure you check him out. I think you're going to really love his music. Great friend of mine. We've gotten really close over the years. He was one of my very first subscribers for YouTube and Facebook on my Facebook group page. And I was one of his, subscribers early on as well. So we just really built up a great relationship with each other. I got to do I finally got to do the whole history of Kiss on my channel, which was season 4, episode 2 through 5. So on this season right now, episode 2 through 5, I did a 4-part series of the history of Kiss. And then before that, I talked about how Kiss got together for their reunion, how that happened, and that was my first episode of season 4 this year. But anyway, so I really enjoyed doing that 4-part series for the history of Kiss. And then, of course, I had my buddy Corey Banks on that was with the Cigar Junkies that I got to be a part of on their last podcast over in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, back in November, or I'm sorry, October 26th, I believe was that podcast. Or no, October 27th was that podcast of 2024. So I got to be on that podcast in Pittsburgh. And then I got to have Corey Banks onto my channel from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Him and his wife were on. So that was April 27th, 2025. Got to have Corey Banks on. He's got a great band. They are starting to write some of their own music from what he said. But he's got a band called the Strum Junkies that I actually got to play drums with when I was in Pittsburgh as well. They had a big Halloween party at one of the cigar lounges down there called the Leaning House Fine Cigars, and got to play drums and be a part of that song, the last 2 songs of their set, which was a huge honor. So anyway, but yeah, so Corey Banks was on this channel April 27th, 2025. Again, Antonello Nicastro on my channel February 16th, 2025 through, and then again, November 16th of 2025. Then I got to have Martin Mondick on my channel. It was a live YouTube show. And he was in Nashville, Tennessee, where we did the live show. So again, bass player for Accept, Martin Mondick, and got to see him when I went to go see Accept in Queensryche on November 7th of this year. Got to see him briefly. Got to go backstage with Queensryche and hang out with them. They were great guys. They put on such a great show that night. And that was on, again, November 7th, 2025. And again, got to take my son Jason to his first concert, which was Ghost, on August 7th of 2025 over in Denver, Colorado. So anyway, that was a great time. He had a great time. I had a great time. It was a great time for the both of us. So anyway, that's what happened. Those are the highlights of 2025. Just with things that went on in 2025 that really affected me, and just some things that went on with this channel in 2025. There's a lot of plans I have for this channel still. It's just trying to get things lined up with people at the right times so they can come on and so we can make it work. So anyway, it's been hard lately to get anyone on this channel. They're all busy. All the musicians I've been talking to or trying to work something out with are all busy with tours and recordings and just very busy in their lives. So I've got some things in the works. We'll see if I can make it happen finally. But anyway, that's it. This is part 2 of season 4, episode 7. So part 2. Had to do a part 2 because darn internet went out and it cut off my show. So I had to wait for the internet to come back up so I can make this work still. So I'm sorry that this is a part 2 series. But I wanted to get this finished up for you guys and get a good showing for you guys. So I hope it wasn't too convenient or inconvenient for you guys to do for you guys to have to watch this on 2-part series. But anyway, guys, again, Harper Cigar Lounge season 4, episode 7, part 1 and 2 today. And thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Anyway, keep rocking, keep smoking, guys. And thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of this. Again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, Make sure you do that today. Hit the bell below to get all the latest updates with content, anything new on this channel. Make sure you give me a like, leave some comments, questions, and feedback. Share this content with everybody you know. And I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you guys soon. You guys have a great rest of your day. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Keep rocking, keep smoking, guys.